Hello and welcome back. Now we're going to briefly cover regular expressions. And I say briefly because regular expressions are one of the most powerful features available in any programming language. The version of regular expressions that JavaScript uses are a bit weaker than what you'll find in Perl or Perl compatible regular expressions, but you can still do a whole lot with them. And you'll see all sorts of regular expression patterns on the web. They are very complicated though. So we're only going to cover how JavaScript uses them, not really how to create your own regular expressions. So when I reload, you're going to see our familiar debugger pop up, and then we're going to step through it. This is the literal version of creating a regular expression, and you can see some of the optional things that are going on there. What this is going to do is going to look for any string that starts with A through Z, uppercase or lowercase, and we have a dog as our character string and num string as our number string. And we want to know if we only have alphabet characters. So we can see that whenever we pass in result characters and we test our regular expression, and .test is the method that returns true or false, whether or not we have a match, we can see that this one is going to return true, and then we run the next one and we can see false. And so we expect result characters, which has A through Z, to be true, but the 11 one is going to be equal to false. And both those check out. Next, we have the constructor, just like we have the literal version. The advantage of the constructor version is that, yes, you can pass in a dynamic string. So if I need to grab something from, let's say, an element in the page and I need to grab it from an input or something, I can use the new constructor to do that. Whereas the literal one requires this particular syntax, so there's no way to stringify it, so it's very hard to do it dynamically. Other than that, everything's going to work exactly the same as in the other one. This version up here, the literal one, is a little more memory efficient because you can cache this and then you can reuse it, whereas this one has to keep being recreated. So if you had the option, this is probably the better choice. Finally, we're just going to look at splitting it, and that's going to be the exec function or method. So we're going to create our regular expression. And here we have it. This is going to look for the literal John, and then we're going to execute that. And we can see here, and then the first case where there is no foo inside of this, where we're looking for the string literal John, and we are executing the regular expression with foo. That doesn't match, so we get back null. Meanwhile, in the second version, we do have it, so the first index is going to be John, so foo is equal to none, whereas the next one is equal to an array with John, and then the zero index array is John. So there we took a brief look at the two most popular things you'll do with the regular expression. You're either going to test to make sure something is true or false, or you're going to use the exec method, which means you want to extract a portion from the regular expression and then return that result.